Hi, I'm coming to you from my home office today at my house because I wanted to talk to you about something. Now you probably know that I'm into all kinds of technology, gadgets, computers, all that stuff. I love it. But what you might not know about me is that I am a huge theme park fan.
They have the power to make a wish come true.
Boy. Butterbeer.
Awesome. I'm such a huge fan of theme parks that I even adopted a dog that used to work at SeaWorld.
So please put your hands together and welcome Apollo. Apollo! Apollo! So handsome.
Apollo! Thank you for all the kisses. All right. Now, I love just about everything about theme parks, but there's something special about a roller coaster. It's the thrills. The drops. And just the all-around fun of a roller coaster. Now, I'm a really curious person, and on a few recent visits to some of our local theme parks, I've been wondering more and more about how roller coasters are made. How does that roller coaster train accelerate so fast? And how does it make it all the way through the entire track without losing speed and stopping? I mean, the thing goes up hills and goes around loops. Now this roller coaster is totally different than the last one I went on. The last one blasted off like a rocket. Now this one I'm just going up a hill. How do people make these rides? And how do they make sure that it gets all the way to the end safely? I don't know. Well, I did a lot of research and I think I found a computer program that can help me to better understand how these crazy machines work. It's called No Limits Roller Coaster Simulator. And this is what it looks like. So as you can see, I'm at work now, and I wanted to give you a few more details about our roller coaster design project. So I was able to talk to Mr. Townsend over at Lawton Elementary and Miss Wells over at Evans Elementary. They've also got 4th graders who are building roller coasters, just like you guys are going to be doing. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the best roller coasters from Lair, from Lawton, and from Evans, and we're going to pick a grand prize winner. Now, to keep things fair, we have a special judge who's going to pick the best roller coaster so that they can get a special prize. Let's go and see what our judges have to say about that.
Welcome to the original Theme Park Podcast. This is your announcer, Neil Patrick Harris. And now, CoasterRadio.com.
Hi, everybody from Lair Elementary, Lawton Elementary, and Evans Elementary Schools down there in Florida. My name is Mike Collins, and I am one of the hosts of the CoasterRadio.com podcast. We call ourselves the original Theme Park Podcast, and this is our 10th year of doing this show. Now, CoasterRadio.com is a weekly show, and do you guys know what a podcast is? Maybe I should explain that first. A podcast is kind of just like a radio show, but instead of just being on a radio station that's only in your local area, when me and my friend EB do our show, we broadcast to the entire world. We have people listening not only here in the United States, but we have people listening in Russia and China and England and Germany and Italy and Austria and all over the place. It's really, really cool. And a lot of these people all over the world who know about our show know about your elementary school and know about the project that you guys are starting today, your roller coaster design project. Now, one of the things that we get to do at CoasterRadio.com is talk about theme parks all over the country. We're sort of experts, maybe, in theme parks. And when you think about it, that's kind of cool, right? Being able to be an expert in something fun like theme parks and roller coasters. Well, what we do is we travel all over the country and all over the world and get to ride fantastic rides created by some of the best designers on Earth. And one of the really neat things that I get to do in my job is I get to interview a lot of the people who create the great roller coasters that I'm sure you guys have ridden too. I'm sure you guys have been maybe to Universal Orlando or maybe to some of the Disney parks up there, maybe even to Busch Gardens in Tampa. We've interviewed all of the people who have made those roller coasters and designed those roller coasters. And what we found, they always say the same thing, is that they started off just like you guys as students, kind of learning about the process and learning about the mathematics of it. And one thing that you guys are going to get to do, and you're kicking off your project today, is starting your roller coaster design project. Now, one of the really neat things that your teachers are going to show you how to do is to use a piece of software called No Limits. And what's really fantastic is that professional roller coaster designers, the guys who actually build the roller coasters that we all ride, use very similar software. So as your teachers are teaching you how to use the software, pay close attention because it's what the pros use. Now, when you guys are designing your roller coasters, here's what I kind of want you to think about. I want you to create rides that are kind of based in reality. Like, what's a real ride that somebody out there would enjoy? Like, is it going to go 100 feet? Is it going to go 200 feet, 300 feet? I mean, now, I know it's going to be fun. A lot of you are going to be like, I'm going to make a 600-foot roller coaster. But let's face it, are there really 600-foot roller coasters out there yet? No, not yet. Right now, the tallest roller coaster on Earth is 420 feet. So you don't want to go much beyond that because then it starts getting out of reality. But then for us, a roller coaster is so much more than just the first drop. That's the easy part to design. What is your roller coaster going to be after that? Are there a lot of different hills? Are there a lot of different curves? Is there a lot of different helixes, that kind of spin in circles and stuff? What is your roller coaster going to be? Is your roller coaster going to have a lot of negative G's? Negative G-forces where you kind of float out of your seat? Have you ever felt that on a roller coaster where you kind of go up over a hill and then you fly out of your seat a little bit? Or is it going to have a lot of positive G's where you even be way more? Like, let's say you have somebody who weighs 150 pounds. If you have 2 G's, they're going to feel even heavier. They might weigh like 300 pounds at that point. So are you going to have those things in your roller coaster? There's a lot of stuff to consider as you guys build your roller coaster. And that's just kind of the mathematical part. Then you got to think of, well, what color am I going to make my roller coaster? What are going to be the colors of the supports and the colors of the tracks and the colors of the train? And then one of the most important things, and one of the things that we love talking about here at Coaster Radio, What are you going to name your roller coaster? You got to give it something creative. You got to give it something catchy and punchy and cute, something that's going to make people want to come to your park and ride your roller coaster. Now, you might be wondering, what is a roller coaster radio show? How are we involved in your project? What are we doing here? Well, here's the deal. We basically have thousands of people all over the world listening to our show. And now that we have partnered up with your teachers and your elementary schools, one thing we are going to do is help decide the winner of this contest. And me and my co-host EB aren't going to be the only ones voting. We're going to open this up to all of our listeners all around the world. They're going to check out all of your roller coasters, and then we're going to narrow it down to just a few finalists. And then we're going to talk about them on our radio show, and then give our audience the chance to vote for their favorite. So that's how they're going to pick the winner of this. It's going to be great. Then the winner actually gets some fantastic prizes that your teachers are going to tell you about. But I think one of the coolest prizes is that we are going to invite the winner to come on to our show live. We're going to interview you and your team about what it was like to create your roller coaster and to tell us all about it. Plus, we're going to put a video of your roller coaster on our website to be seen by hundreds of thousands of people all around the world. It's a fantastic idea that your teachers have. This is great. When I was your age, my teachers didn't do anything like this. We were sitting around just doing math homework. And math homework is important, but let's face it, it's not that much fun, right? This is fun. This is fun. You're actually getting to create roller coasters with the exact same software, with the exact same computer program that real designers work. Trust me on this. It's fantastic. So I want you to listen to your teachers. I've got their names right here. Mr. Townsend from Lawton, Mrs. Wells from Evans, and Mrs. Barrazo and Mr. Erickson from Lair. They're going to teach you how to do this. They're going to make sure that your roller coasters look fantastic. And I hope you guys really try hard, because I got to tell you one thing about our listeners. They are really, really picky when it comes to their roller coasters. I mean, they love them. They love roller coasters. They know all about them. So you've got to create a roller coaster that's going to impress them. I don't want to put the pressure on you guys, but I'm putting the pressure on you guys to do a good job. So we want to thank you so much on behalf of coasterradio.com for letting us be a part of this. We've got a couple other surprises for you down the road. In fact, we're actually talking with some of our friends, some of the people in the theme park industry, about possibly maybe even setting up a Skype interview that you guys can talk to them. Maybe some guys from a group called the Gravity Group, and they create these fantastic wooden roller coasters. I think we're going to do that and have them talk with you and maybe answer some questions about what it's like to be a real roller coaster designer, plus a whole bunch of other things too. This is only the beginning, and this is the big kickoff of the roller coaster design project. So good luck, guys. We're looking forward to seeing what fantastic coasters you guys come up with. Have a great week.
So what you're going to do is you're going to build your roller coasters, and we're going to submit the best ones to Coaster Radio. They're going to work with their listeners to decide who is the grand prize winner. The grand prize winner is going to go on coasterradio.com for a special interview. There might be some other prizes involved also. There's one more thing I want to show you. We've done this project for a few years now, and I always thought that it would be so cool if somehow we could ride our roller coasters. Now, I know it's probably not possible for us to each build our own multi-million-dollar roller coaster outside behind the PE Pavilion, but what we can do is use something. I've got a device here. It's called the Oculus Rift. And the Oculus Rift is going to allow you to ride your roller coaster in virtual reality. Pretty awesome. So, in just a couple of days, you're going to start building your roller coaster. Make sure you are listening to me. Make sure you're listening to Ms. Barrazo. Make sure you're listening to your teacher, because we are going to help you to build the best roller coaster possible. Most of all, have fun.
Oh, God, I love you too. Oh, I love you. Oh.